Thank you very much. Good morning to all. Respected ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dr. Ravi and other senior members of the financial fraternity, members from the technology side, thank you very much for inviting me for this keynote address, and it's always a pleasure to be here. In fact, I remember I had attended last year a similar conference of yours. I think it was done in Hotel Crown Plaza, the next building. So it's happy to be back again here. So thank you so much. In fact, I am fresh from a NBFC symposium organized by the DFS, Department of Financial Services, Government of India, where the Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamji was also present, which I'm sure most of you must have seen it in the newspaper. Let me tell you, there is lot of positives or lot of, I would say, encouraging development as far as the government is concerned regarding NBFCs. NBFCs have become the main stake of the financial inclusion in this country. The growth of NBFCs over the years has been tremendous. In fact, if you see the last 4 years, from 2021 to 2025, the NBFC sector has grown almost double. It was around 24 lakh crores in 2021. Today it's near 48 lakh crores. But it says that the requirement is far higher than what it is today. It's as high as something like 1,000 lakh crores or 10 trillion USDs. So there is a huge potential, huge, I would say, huge opportunity before the NBFCs, and it's already doing well. And if you have seen the newspaper, the finance minister has already said that as against today, the NBFCs hold around 25% of the total credit provided by the banking system. So what the finance minister said, that it should reach to 50% by the end of the Vikasit Bharat, that is 2047. So there is a great expectation from the government, a lot of support from the government, I believe, because the finance minister was also very clear when she was talking. All the public sector banks were, the CEOs of all the public sector banks were in front of her. NABARD chairman was there, SIDBI chairman was there, and all of the financial institution chief executives were there. And she very clearly told them that NBFC has to play a major role, and they need to take the support of, or take the partnership of NBFC to reach the last mile and to reach the people far flung. So the message is very clear. The potential is very high. There's a long way to go for NBFCs. Definitely it has done a great job so far, but there is a long way to go. In fact, one thing which has come out very clearly from the message of Finance Minister is that NBFCs is no more a shadow bank. Earlier it used to be called a shadow bank, but is now India, it has become a mainstream banking or mainstream financing institution. So we need to ensure that we play the role of a mainstream financier, not anymore a shadow bank or a fringe player. In fact, the technology has been a great enabler as far as the NBFCs are concerned. The best part of NBFCs, see, we in our Indian financial ecosystem, if you see, you have fintechs on one side, you have NBFCs, and you have banking system. Fintechs are rich in technology. Probably they don't have that kind of resources. Banks are rich in resources, but they don't have that kind of technology. They lack the technology. NBFCs is a mix of both. They have technology and they have the resources. or they can raise resources. So this is a great advantage as far as the NBFCs are concerned. And technology, as I said, it's a great enabler as far as the financial ecosystem is concerned, and especially the NBFCs are concerned. So make use of this technological advancement and ensure that the growth of NBFCs become much more faster and much more, I would say, client-friendly. Because one of the message which Finance Minister told was that although NBFCs are definitely doing a role as far as financial inclusion is concerned, there are also instances of financial exploitation. So financial inclusion is not for financial exploiters. That was one message which she has said. We have been hearing. Today's topic is also, you are saying that credit to credibility. Credit is one side. We are been providing credit. As I said, the data which I mentioned, it shows that very much NBFCs are in the forefront as far as the credit is concerned. But how about the credibility? Credibility is something probably which we need to work a little more. I represent a sector which is a part of NBFCs, but doing microfinance. In microfinance, always there is a hue and cry. There is a complaint. There are instances of high interest rates. There are instances of coercive recovery practices. There are instances of not unfriendly manner the institutions play. This is something probably we need to get rectified. When I am saying that when we have reached a mainstream financial institution status, we also ensure that our credibility is also kept up. There should not be any kind of a instance where there are complaints or there are cases where the NBFCs or NBFC MFIs are blamed for any kind of untoward incidents. We have been hearing such instances here and there, I know. In fact, if you remember last year or the last financial year, that is in March, the Karnataka government came with harsh ordinance, and they have put some restrictions as far as the lending is concerned. Similarly, Tamil Nadu government has also come out with a bill against the coercive practices. These are all, in fact, it should be an eye-opener for all of us. See, none of us wants anything to happen which will impact the people, especially the kind of people the NBFCs or NBFC MFIs serve, adversely. See, we are all looking for the growth of the people, because if the economy has to grow, the people also has to develop. Their financial position has to improve. And if that has to happen, their enterprises has to grow, their livelihood has to grow. So it has to be a win-win for all. It has to be supporting to each other. Then only the growth can happen. Then only the economy can grow. Then only even our institutions can survive. So keep that in mind and ensure that we do not go anywhere beyond the red line which has been given. We don't take any kind of undue steps which can affect the borrowers, which can affect the clients, especially the clients which we know that they are all much more vulnerable in nature. So there is a need for more transparency, openness in our operations, and technology can definitely provide that transparency. So make use of that and make it more transparent, make it more open, and have more empathy to the people whom we are serving. Then we can definitely go forward, and there's a long way to go, as I said, and there's a huge potential, there's a huge road ahead of us. With the growing technological advancement, with AI, machine learning, things will only become better and better, whether it is for underwriting, whether it is for recovery, whether it is for monitoring. Everything would become much better as the days goes on. So make use of the technology to the best of the advantage of the institutions, and also to the best of the advantage of the people whom we are serving. Then, as I said, it will be a win-win for all of us, and that is what we are looking forward for. So I will conclude here. I will not take more time because you have got a full day's deliberations today, and there are good panels coming up in the next a few minutes. So you will be having more deliberations and more discussions on this topic. So have take the messages, the right kind of messages from the discussions, and ensure that we are doing the right thing and go forward so that the NBFC financing will become more credible and more acceptable and appreciated by everyone. So with this, I stop here, and I wish everyone the very best and wish this conference the best. Thank you so much once again to the organizers for calling me for this. Thank you.